I almost don't want to say anything because of how much fun it is. You know, I'd like, it's pretty cool. It's a really fun.
It is a super fun episode.
So with Salvatore the Musical, Lizzie really takes initiative in the casting process. So she has some engineering involved in that, and she ends up playing Caroline Forbes, her surrogate mother. But that actually has an unexpected impact on Lizzie because she looks more deeply into her mom's life and sort of compares herself to where her mom was when we met Caroline in the Vampire Diaries and sees how different they are. And that sort of brings up some unseen emotions inside of her.
They let me play Elena Gilbert in the musical episode, which was like a huge thing. When I read that in the script, I was like, no.
I kind of take a step back in the episode. That's not really Hope's thing whatsoever. And Landon wants to be very involved in it. And I think that kind of creates a little bit of a rift between them. So yeah, Hope's just in her own little world the whole episode.
Landon's dealing with a lot. One of the major things that he's been dealing with is his relationship with Hope, and this new guidance counselor named Buck shows up and he tries to help. And he encourages Landon, who's got a history with music, to write this musical that they need for the accreditation board that they're eventually going to use for the Salvatore School to gain credibility, yada, yada. But he basically writes and directs the musical, does all the research about the Mystic Falls history and everything, and then obviously gets to the sensitive subject of the Michelson family, who are inevitably going to end up in the musical, and it's a little close to home.
MG, while everyone's caught up having fun, is the one that notices that there is a monster in the midst. And so while everyone is in the play, MG is trying to crack the case on where this monster is and how to save the day.
Salvatore the Musical, I'm in love with it. It's so well written. The music is catchy. Hello Brother is definitely my favorite song. With Chris and Ben, they do an incredible job. Both of their voices are beautiful.
The best scene in the show, in the episode, is me and this guy. So I'm Damon.
And I'm playing Stefan Salvatore.
And they wrote an amazing duet for us entitled Hello Brother.
Damon, what are you doing here?
I just missed you. That's all.
Hello, brother.
And it's so good. It's so good. I mean, I'm extremely biased, but it's really, really good. And I'm really excited when you go back and look at when I was studying the show after getting the role, I mean, Damon was like the guy I wanted to be. I was like, oh, I want to be like him. Like, he's this dope, badass, like, vampires just taking everybody's love and their life. You know what I mean? It was just really cool.
But yeah, for me too, it was so fun, like getting to study kind of Paul Wesley and Stefan Salvatore's brooding eyebrows. That was something I was trying to get. I can't do it right now. I'm not prepared. It's fun getting to play the mythology of Salvatore, OGs, like those guys. There
are so many Easter eggs throughout that episode for Vampire Diaries fans, not just within the musical, but the whole process of like developing and writing the musical. There's some hilarious jokes thrown in there.
I'm really excited to see people's reactions to it, especially even the people that haven't watched the Vampire Diaries. I want to know their opinion on it because obviously I know that a lot of the actors that played the prior characters did a lot of research and kind of emulating certain quirks of the other actors. So I think it's going to be interesting to see how everybody reacts to it.
I want to see the Vampire Diaries cast react to it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was thinking we might be missing a trick not having them like be recorded watching us try and play them. How amusing or, potentially embarrassing that could be for us. But yeah, maybe they'll end up seeing it at some point.
It's one of my favorite episodes, or if not my favorite episode in season 3 so far. I think it's a really, really fun episode that focuses mostly on the school and our dynamics. It feels a lot more grounded.
It's really cool to see everyone in their roles. The music is really good. The story's really cool. And they did a good job of not making it a hat on a hat. You know what I mean? It was really, you could make that really lame and, really corny. And it's not. It's pretty fun, a little nugget for fans.
Thomas Brandon wrote it, and the guy's an absolute psychopath of talent, and because he wrote an entire musical basically for the Vampire Diaries, and it's just a ridiculously cool thing he put together.
Yeah.